If you're a solar installer in the UK trying to grow or start a solar installation company, whether you're trying to add £1 million in annual turnover or monthly turnover, in this video I'm going to share 3 secrets with you that you can use to do this and scale your business no matter where it is, based off of perspective and insights that we have seen over our past 3 years in the market, seeing the insights of over 300 solar installation companies in the UK and personally working with and scaling over 25 installers. Who am I to tell you that? My name is Michael Brown. I'm the director of Solar Scale UK and Solar Stack, and in this video I'm going to share with you those 3 secrets. So secret number 1 is NIC, EIC, MCS and NAPIT are not enough to guarantee a quality install. Now what I mean by that is this: everyone is running really small margins right now because the market is so competitive. And even those of you who have better margins than most people, it's still quite small. And if you're not careful, if you have to go back and redo a job, which a lot of you will have done before, you're basically going to wipe out your entire profit margin. Or worse, maybe you're going to be in the negative, in the red. Now, what that means is, it's really important who's doing your job, because if you have someone who's doing your job and they have to get someone back out because they've made a mistake on site, that's going to be completely detrimental to your business, and it's going to inhibit you from scaling because you're going to be constantly spinning the wheels on the business, essentially going nowhere. Now, if NIC, EIC, MCS or NAPIT aren't enough for you to have the peace of mind that your fitter's going to do a good job for you on the install, then what actually is? Now, if you're a trade electrician or a roofer, here's where your experience you can really lean on, and it's going to be a big advantage for you. Have a think about all of the things that have gone wrong in the past and are common to easily go wrong on the install, and make your fitters send you those pictures for every install, play by play as they're doing them live. Make this a standard operating procedure in your business and make them send them to you and make it conditional on them getting paid. Right? So give them this checklist and make sure that they're doing all of the things that they need to do. And that way you know that every single time you have an install, all of the boxes are being ticked and you're not going to have any complaints or nasty surprises from easy to make or even sometimes more complicated mistakes. So that's ultimately going to save your margin in the long run, and it's going to let you scale the business without spinning the wheels, generating revenue, but also losing it when you have to go back out and fix the jobs. So the second thing that you can do is change your sales cycle from in-person to fully remote. What that means is when a lead comes in, you have a remote closer, absolutely veteran in the game, pounce on the lead, have a discovery call, find out their energy requirements, their needs, any unique details about the quote, and then book a consultation call with that customer over Google Meet or Zoom. From there, you can close them on system spec and price remotely, conditional on a final site survey. That way you don't need to travel to a house with the potential of winning the job. You travel to the house knowing that you have already won the job. Obviously that means you can increase your servicing area. That will decrease your cost per leads quite a lot if you're running any sort of paid traffic and advertisement, be that on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google, YouTube, literally everywhere, and ultimately start spreading your business's tentacles across the country, giving you better word of mouth in places that you previously weren't. Now, in order to do this, you do need to make sure that you have an absolute killer closer on your roster, and many of you will have a receptionist, essentially an order taker, because you're used to taking orders from your website, for example. Really, you need to make sure, if you're going to do this, and it can explode your business, but you need to make sure that the person who's doing it for you is genuinely very, very good at what they do, and you need to have proof of that. Just as a quick side note, by the way, if you want to put your sales completely on autopilot, so you have no calls, just installs, and you want us to come in, build something out for you that does exactly that, build you out this fully done for you sales machine so you can just focus on installing and growing the business, you can click the link down below. It will take you to a page where you can have a look about more information, or you can reach out to me on WhatsApp and we can have a chat and see whether it's a good fit for your business. And the third thing you can do is change your targeting area to nationwide. If you're doing any kind of paid traffic like Instagram, Facebook, Google, all of the above, then increasing your targeting area to nationwide is going to massively decrease your cost per lead. And if you're using that second tip that I gave you about this remote sales process, ultimately what that allows you to do is sell all over the country for a cheaper cost per acquisition. And when we're talking about scaling our business to adding an additional £1 million a month, for example, this is really the way to do that regardless of which traffic source you're using. What you're going to notice happen here too is every single customer that you install, that is a potential lead, right? Because they're going to refer you to their neighbors. And in the past, if you were, say, servicing 50 miles from Birmingham, all of your referrals were constrained to that area. And when you have a referral job, that job you install becomes a referral. So you can think about your organic leads as like bouncing around in a network, but constrained by your servicing area. Whereas if you service nationwide, your referrals start to spread all over the country, and it's a ripple effect. And if you're containing your ripple to a small area, you're shackling your leg to a chair essentially and competing with all the other companies for that smaller region too, you're really inhibiting your growth. And if you're going to try and grow a solar installation company from scratch, or you're trying to add an additional £1-2 million a month in revenue, ultimately increasing your servicing area and changing your sales process in combination with that is going to massively increase your business.